We had it all. We lived in a great city. We were all young and happy. Why did it have to happen to us? We didn't deserve this. We were just kids. Why us?
The silence in the shadows. Los Angeles, the city of dreams and endless sunshine, was home to countless stories of ambition and heartbreak. Among the bustling neighborhoods and sprawling cityscape, the students of Roosevelt High School navigated the complexities of teenage life. For a tight-knit group of friends, their bond was anchored by shared experiences, a sense of loyalty. And Duke, the school's beloved Dutch shepherd, Sam, Emma, Lucas, and Mia had been inseparable since elementary school. They were a diverse group, each with their own quirks and talents, but it was Duke who truly unified them. The shepherd had been the school's mascot for years, known for his intelligence and protective nature. The friends often took turns looking after Duke, and their adventures frequently involved him. One spring evening, the group gathered at Sam's house, discussing their plans for the upcoming summer. The mood was lighthearted, filled with laughter and excitement, until Lucas brought up something unsettling. "Guys, have you heard about those strange disappearances happening around the city?" Lucas asked, his expression serious. Emma rolled her eyes. "Come on, Lucas, not everything is a mystery waiting to be solved." But Sam looked intrigued. "I've heard about it too, people just vanishing without a trace. It's all over the news." Mia, ever the cautious one, glanced at Duke, who was lying comfortably by her feet. "Let's not get too carried away, it's probably just a coincidence." Despite Mia's reassurances, the friends couldn't shake the eerie feeling that something was amiss. Over the next few days, they began to notice unusual activity around their neighborhood. Unmarked vans parked on the street, unfamiliar faces loitering near the school, and an unsettling quiet that seemed to settle over the area. One night, as they were taking Duke for his usual walk around the block, they stumbled upon an abandoned warehouse. The building had always been there, but now it seemed different, almost sinister. Their friends decided to investigate, curiosity getting the better of them. As they approached the warehouse, Duke began to growl, his ears perked up in alert. "Maybe we should turn back," Mia suggested, but the others were already moving forward. They found an unlocked side door and slipped inside. The interior was dark and filled with musty air. Flashlights in hand, they explored the cavernous space, discovering old furniture, stacks of newspapers, and discarded items. Just as they were about to leave, they heard a noise. Footsteps echoing through the darkness. "Who's there?" Sam called out, his voice steady despite the fear creeping into his chest. A figure emerged from the shadows, and to their shock, it was Mr. Anderson, their history teacher. "What are you kids doing here?" he demanded, his tone harsh. "We could ask you the same thing," Emma replied, trying to sound confident. Mr. Anderson sighed, his demeanor softening. "I'm looking for my daughter, Lily. She disappeared a week ago, and I found her phone near this warehouse." The friends exchanged uneasy glances. They had no idea Lily was missing. "We're sorry, Mr. Anderson. We didn't know," Lucas said, genuinely concerned. As they left the warehouse, they couldn't shake the feeling that their investigation had only just begun. Determined to help Mr. Anderson and find out what was happening, they decided to dig deeper into the disappearances. Over the next few days, they gathered information, talking to classmates, neighbors, and anyone who might have seen or heard something unusual. Their search led them to a series of cryptic symbols and messages, scrawled on walls and hidden in alleyways. Each clue seemed to lead them closer to a chilling truth. One evening, as they were piecing together the puzzle, Mia received an anonymous message on her phone. The message contained an address and a single word: tonight. Despite their fear, the friends knew they had to act. They gathered at Sam's house, bringing Duke along for protection, and headed to the address. It led them to a secluded part of the city, an old industrial district that was mostly abandoned. As they approached the location, they saw a group of people gathered around a fire, their faces obscured by shadows. The friends hid behind a stack of crates, watching the scene unfold. "We're here to put an end to this," one of the figures said, his voice echoing in the night. "No more disappearances. No more fear." To their horror, they recognized the voice. It was Lucas. He had been the one behind the disappearances, orchestrating the events to cover up his own criminal activities. He had been dealing in illegal substances, and anyone who got to before they could react, Lucas spotted them. "You shouldn't have come here," he said, his tone menacing. Mia stepped forward, her voice trembling but resolute. "We trusted you, Lucas. How could you do this?" Lucas's expression hardened. "You don't understand. I had no choice." As the tension reached its peak, Duke lunged at Lucas, knocking him to the ground. The friends seized the opportunity, subduing Lucas and calling the police. The authorities arrived quickly, and Lucas was taken into custody, along with his accomplices. In the aftermath, the friends struggled to come to terms with the betrayal. They had lost one of their own, but they had also uncovered the truth and put an end to the disappearances. The city slowly returned to normal, the shadow of fear lifting from the streets. Sam, Emma, and Mia found solace in each other's company, their bond stronger than ever. And Duke, ever the loyal protector, remained by their side, a symbol of their resilience and courage. As they moved forward, they carried the lessons of their ordeal with them, knowing that even in the darkest moments, the light of friendship and truth would always guide them. Thanks for joining us on another thrilling quest. We hope you enjoyed unraveling today's mystery. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Thrill Quests to keep the adventure alive. And remember, there's always another mystery waiting to be solved, so be sure to tune in for tomorrow's episode. Until then, stay curious and keep questing.